Okay, you guys, fans are absolutely furious right now. The WNBA just pulled something wild, assigning the exact same referee crew from that Lynx Mercury game disaster. Yeah, that one. To the Indiana Fever vs. Las Vegas Aces semifinals. That's right. The same refs who got Cheryl Reeves suspended are now suddenly in charge of Caitlin Clark's biggest playoff test yet. Seriously, people are straight up calling this outright corruption. So, what do you think? Did the league purposely pick these refs to try and tilt the game?
It's bad for the game. The officiating crew that we had tonight, for the leadership to deem those three people semifinals playoff worthy is malpractice. I can take an L with the best of them. I don't think we should have to play through more than what they did. We got players and crap, and there's no call, and all of them said it wasn't my call. I don't know. I didn't have that. I didn't see it that awful.
Alright, let's actually dig into this absolute mess because wow, the WNBA has officially lost the plot, assigning Isaac Barnett, Randy Richardson, and Jana, the exact same crew who totally botched that Minnesota game to the Fever vs. Aces semifinal. That's not just insane, it's not just tone deaf. It's a giant slap in the face to every single fan who's already been calling out the league for their sheer incompetence.
Jump right in. I want to start with the play that set off all of the chaos. Everything else that we will talk about, there is one play that set off all of it, and it is this steal that Alyssa Thomas made on Napheesa Collier. So this was at the end of the game. Fee is dribbling down, and Alyssa Thomas goes across her body, steals the ball, and then takes the ball full court for a layup on the other end, and that pretty much sealed the deal for the Phoenix Mercury. They won last night's game, but I want to show you guys the close-up. This was not ruled a foul, and I am dumbfounded by the amount of people online, even the amount of professionals online who are saying that this is no foul. And the reason that they're saying that it is no foul is, as you can see here, Alyssa Thomas reaches across, and when she reaches across, you can pause the video here, she gets all ball first. Okay, so no. Was there any foul when she was tapping the ball away? No, it seems like there's no contact there. She strips the ball clean. But as you can see, the angle in which Alyssa Thomas is running across Fee, Fee's going this way, Alyssa Thomas is going this way. Fee is in full motion. You can even see, again, with this screenshot, the angle in which Fee's body is going. She is going full speed in one direction. She is running in one direction, and Alyssa Thomas cuts her off.
Okay. So let's rewind and talk about what actually happened in that Lynx Mercury game, because Cheryl Reeve didn't just blow up for no reason, right? She literally watched Alyssa Thomas absolutely beat the life out of Napheesa Collier. I mean, 0 whistles, no protection, completely inconsistent calls. Collier was limping off the court in pain, and those refs, they acted like everything was totally fine. But here's the kicker. When Reeve dared to demand some accountability, boom, suspended, fined. Her assistant fined too. The entire coaching staff got punished, all because they pointed out the super obvious truth. The officiating was total garbage. Now, you can actually see Cheryl Reeve discussing this even more on Sports Center.
Who was it that asked about officiating before the game? Was that you, Kendra? And we talked about how dangerous it can be. You're hearing it from the other series. You're hearing other coaches. You're hearing Becky talk about when you let the physicality happen, people get hurt. There's fights. And this is the look that our league...
Okay, so let's zoom in on the league level malpractice here because it's wild. Let's look at the numbers from that Lynx Mercury game. Minnesota went 13 for 21 at the free throw line, and even with a 10 rebounding advantage, they still lost. Why? Because the refs completely swallowed their whistles every time Phoenix got physical. Alyssa Thomas could have been called for a dozen fouls, but instead nothing. Collier limped off. Cheryl re-exploded, and the refs just walked away untouched. Now get this. Those exact same refs are supposed to manage Clark, Boston, and Mitchell against Aha Wilson, Jackie Young, and Chelsea Gray. Please, this is absolute malpractice. And we all saw Lexi Hall getting pushed all game, Like really elbowed. Fans have receipts too. Scott Agnes flat out reported it. The Fever Aces semifinal will be run by Isaac Barnett, Randy Richardson, and Jana, the same crew. Zero adjustments, zero accountability. The league basically just said, yeah, we know you hated them, but we don't care. And that's exactly why people are calling this corruption. Because if you were trying to tilt the game toward Vegas, this is exactly how you do it. Give them refs who've already shown they'll let things slide. Refs who punish coaches for speaking up and refs who swallow their whistles when the game gets physical. And when the Aces thrive on physicality, who does that help exactly? And let's not pretend this is new because fans have been complaining about the officiating all season, especially when it comes to Caitlin Clark. She's been hacked, shoved, elbowed, and tripped with barely a whistle, with opposing players body-checking her like it's hockey. Instead of protecting the league's most valuable star, these refs just look the other way. And when someone does call it out, suspensions, and fine, it's gotten so obvious that even casual fans are questioning whether the league even wants Clark to succeed. That's how bad it is, you guys. Instead of capitalizing on the massive Clark effect, they're actively sabotaging it with referees who don't seem remotely interested in fairness. And honestly, the sarcasm here just writes itself. The WNBA says they want to grow the game. They run commercials begging fans to embrace the next generation. And then in the most watched playoff run in years, they assign the most hated referee crew to the marquee matchup. That's not growth. That's self-sabotage. Look at what's at stake here. Fever versus Aces could have been the series of the year. Caitlin Clark, a second-year superstar, facing A.A. Wilson, the reigning MVP and face of the Aces dynasty. Boston versus Wilson in the paint, Mitchell against Young. This had all the makings of a classic. But instead of hyping the matchup, all anyone is talking about are the refs. Fans aren't debating strategy or matchups or rotations. They're debating whether Clark will even survive the officiating. That's just pathetic. And it's 100% on the league. Let's get specific on these refs. Isaac Barnett is notorious for quick technicals, handing them out for simple frustration. So, if Clark claps her hands after a missed call, tech. If White challenges a whistle too aggressively, tech. Meanwhile, Wilson can bulldoze Boston in the paint and somehow it's a no call. Randy Richardson is inconsistent at best. One possession, it's touch fouls. The next it's WWE wrestling. No rhythm, no consistency, just chaos. And Jana, the third member of this trio, fans literally call her invisible because she disappears when the game gets tough. That's who's running the semifinals. This isn't just a conspiracy. It's incompetence. And incompetence at this level just feels like corrupt fans have been blasting this all over social media.
We were trying to play through it. We tried to make excuses. One of the best players in the league shot 0 free throws. 0. And she had 5 fouls. 0 free throws. Got her shoulder pulled out and finished the game with her leg being taken out. And probably has a fracture. And so if this is what our league wants, okay. But I want to call for a change of leadership.